Well, good morning, good morning. It's, what is it, it's Wednesday today. It's just gone 7:30. Little job that I want to try and crack today. I did most of this yesterday and choked myself to death cutting into the wall with a cutting disc, chopping that out with a cold chisel, and there we are. We've now got an electric box flush with the wall. The next job, of course, is to run the cable run through it, all before daylight. How about that? Now, if you're doing wiring jobs here in France, this is something you need to know. The neutral is blue. The live is everything except blue and green yellow, and the earth is green yellow. So very often you'll find 3 bits of wire. You know what the neutral is, it's blue. You know what the earth is, it's green yellow, and the third one is the live one. Right, got that? Okay, so no one going to get shocked today? Well, I don't think we'll see many birds today. Yeah, misty morning. Well, I don't think I've brought you up this road. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't, but this is the road from Polnay to Solnay. And the camera just doesn't capture everything. As I whipped my camera out, a blue jay jumped up out of the road right in front of me. Here they call it a jay du chêne. They are reputed to pick acorns from oak trees and drop them all over the countryside, so they think of it as a bird associated with the oak tree. So the jay du chêne, but to you and me it's a blue jay. Oh, I wonder, can I? Let's stop. Am I looking in the right place? There we are. An egret. What a gorgeous bird that is. Right, onwards and upwards. As you can tell, this is a major route, you know, used by all the gentry at least once a year. And there in the field, where are we? And yeah, this is what the camera doesn't catch when you're hurtling along a road somewhere. You know, I can see all of these wonderful, wonderful things, and I regret that I have great difficulty showing them to you. So really, probably what I'm saying is, don't watch my videos, hop a flight, come and visit this part of the world. It's beautiful. And this is where I'm coming to. Solnay. Oh, works better if I keep the engine running, doesn't it? Good morning. I've got to shoot down to the shops and I find myself in a traffic jam, and I've got a bad feeling that the chap in front is, you know, he's a man after your own heart, isn't he? He's collecting old iron. Well, I'm not sure what that was. Was it a farm all or something? New International, something like that perhaps? But what a glorious, beautiful day it is today. Now, when I got up this morning, it was all overcast and cloudy. And we had a drop of rain, and it was that sort of rain that you don't even think about opening the front door. So there we are, that's dried up. It's just gorgeous now, isn't it? Well, good morning to you, good morning. It's Saturday the 9th of February 2019. In a previous video I'd said that I'd not seen any deer running wild here. Well, I just have, and it was all too sudden for me to get a shot of it. Two little deer, they didn't run across the road, they ran up to the edge of the field, took one look at a car coming and ran the other way. But what a glorious day. I'll have to check to see what I got on camera for that. A great big eagle, he was sat in the middle of the road. He just looked at me and decided to move. Oh, good afternoon. I had a little frustration. That tyre, I don't know about you, but it looks like it wants blowing up, doesn't it really? And I've had this inflator for a little while now, and it's done me many good jobs, you know, pumps up car tyres and all that sort of good thing. Last time I used it, it was reluctant to work, and when I went to use it today, it just didn't. It refused. Nothing happened. Now I could mess about and I could probably work out what's wrong with it. I probably still will do that, but the fact is I need to be able to pump things up without messing about. So I bought myself this sort of spaceship thing. Haven't found out how it works yet, so yeah, give me a moment and I'll get it all undone and we'll see what it does. Well, apparently I've got to do a course before I use it. Yeah. Read attentively the notice before using. Oh, it says it in English as well, and in Dutch, and that looks like German, Italian, Spanish. Oh, it's a sort of international job. Well, let's get cracking. Unlike the old one had a pressure gauge in the airline, so you could see what pressure you put it up to. This one has got a pulley out thing, and you need to use both hands to get it out, which seems a bit awkward to me. But there we are, it's got lights on it so I can see what I'm doing, and it's got a switch there. I wonder what happens. Yeah, I guess it's a good toy. Not as good as the old one, except the old one doesn't work, which makes this one better, of course. It seems you've got to sort of pump up to when it looks right, and then disconnect it, and then use the pulley out gauge thing. Not sure that's an improvement, however, it works. What a sweet little car, still there. That's one of those cars that the chap who owns it is going to restore one day. Everyone has one, doesn't they? This is one of the smaller roads. I've just been round to bring some rubbish to the communal bins. Not a great deal. But this is Saturday afternoon. It's, you know, okay, it's out of season, but isn't it quiet? Still can't get over having that at the end of my road. Yeah, it's a wonderful building, isn't it? Well, I did meet a chap, one of my neighbours. I haven't got a clue what his name is. He doesn't speak English. I'm not too sure he speaks French. I think he was jabbering away in the local dialects. However, we did the typical people thing. We said, what a lovely day it is today. And he said, yes, yeah, it's a lovely day, but, you know, it's not spring yet. And I think he was making the point that, you know, this might be a false spring. Perhaps. Anyway, I was looking at this gateway of mine, and having watched Bill and Merle leave Georgia, I'm kind of curious whether they'd be able to get it into my back garden. I guess you could. Yeah. Yeah, so if you see Bill and Merle in their travels, you tell them. Yeah, I think you could get that rig through that gap, don't you? There's space for it once it gets out here. And that was why I wanted to pump my tyre up on my barrow to shift this piece of timber. Now, some of you will say, what a wonderful antique beam that is. Yeah, no it ain't. It's wormy, it's rotten in places. I can't guarantee its strength. At some time in its life it's had iron nails banged into it. which is never good. So it's not an antique beam, it's firewood. It's a heavy piece of firewood. So what I'm going to do next is get out my my trusty Swiss Army knife and cut it down into burnable sizes. I couldn't find my Swiss Army knife anywhere, so I used that one instead. That should do, shouldn't it? But this is why I sort of gathered that this is firewood and not a nice usable piece of oak. That would have been very interesting if I'd installed it somewhere, wouldn't it? Right, time to crack on and make some more chunks. That didn't take too long. Right, I'm going to go and have a cup of tea now, I think. I think I've earned it. I really ought to sharpen that knife. It wouldn't cut in too well.